Here is your winning video for this week's You Pick Tuesday lineup. Would you like to see Jay Cutler versus Hattie Shupin? I'm going to use various versions of Jay Cutler. A couple of other ones there. Actually, I'm not going to do the Martin Fitzwater one because it's under 10%. If you don't get it at least to 10%, I won't do these videos, but I will do the rest of them if you get Ramon Dino versus Wesley Vissers. Up to 500 likes. That's all I ask. So ring-a-ding-ding, let's begin this one. This is, of course, somewhat of a rematch from the Arnold Classic. Wesley Vissers defeated Ramon Dino at the Arnold Classic, but Ramon was off, perhaps. He wasn't off here at the Olympia. Look at how crisp he was here at the Olympia. Now, many of you say, why are you doing this comparison? Much like when I did Nick versus Hattie. Because you guys already had Hattie winning at the Olympia. Well, the thing of it is, I kind of had Ramon Dino defeating Wesley Vissers at the Arnold Classic. So surely I will have this version of Ramon Dino beating Wesley Vissers, right? Well, maybe. Wesley sure has a lot of separation in those wheels. From the front, his quads, they look outstanding. Ramon has an edge in the size, I would suggest. And if you look at the side-by-sides from the Arnold, even those pictures would have us believe that Ramon, he may have a more substantial lower half. Upper half, I would give the aesthetics to Ramon Dino, V-taper, midsection, things of that nature. Whereas Wesley, he has a good vacuum. He has a good vacuum. Mechanically, he's in shape. He's conditioned. But genetically speaking, he has a very high inserted set of lats, things of that nature. But at the end of the day, you could say, it's a close one. And given the fact that the judges have leaned towards Wesley Vissers, gives us fans the impression that, well, maybe we were right all those years about Wesley. We've been rooting for this guy for the longest time. Let's have a look at the back shots because we do not have all, obviously, of the 8 mandatory shots. They don't hit them all. But the back double by, this tells us a lot. Wesley Vissers, he's a bigger dude, so he has that presentation of those arms up at the top. Look at that. Now, Ramon, he could bring the arms up. The guy's got arms. Can bring them up a little bit. So it's more of the posing. You got to fix your pose. You got to bring them arms up. But Wesley Vissers, that guy is posing to a T, and he is a great poser. The guy hits the shots perfectly. Now, lower half, condition, overall condition, judging by pictures. Remember that, guys. I should say that at the start of all the videos. These are pictures. But you guys are smarter. You guys know that. You guys know that. But judging by that, I still say Ramon. He may have an edge in condition and wheel size as well from the rear at least, and like I said, from the front more than likely. So, lads and laddises, I don't know. I like Wesley Vissers a lot, and obviously, judging by pictures, you never know. He actually might be in better condition. But speaking as a classic, aesthetically pleasing physique, I'd have to go with Ramon Dino. And of course, there's other shots as well. We are missing out on some of the, there's no side chest, side tricep. Couldn't get a good mix and match of pictures. But with today's modern day judging of this, hey, classic physique. It's not that old. Hasn't been around that long. So I'm sure they're judging the most muscular as much as they were judging the most muscular back in the heyday, which was probably a bit. And this is where Wesley Vissers, he's going to take the heart of one Ramon Dino. But the Ramon Dino fans are going to suggest in the comments he's not hitting a most muscular. This was actually used as an abs and thigh back in the day. So, could use this as a classic shot. It's an abs and thigh versus the most muscular, in which case Ramon is holding his own. He's more than holding his own against the big Wesley Vissers. Ooh, I like this shot here. Gorilla Monsoon. This is the Mantis Pose position, done by all of the classic bodybuilders, and also done by Jesse the Body Ventura. Ha 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 ha. Nobody did it like me. Nobody. But yes, this is the Mantis Pose position. Famous, probably more famous, I would suggest, from, you guys know who I'm going to say? You guys saying it? If you're by yourself, say it out loud. Say the name. Dave Draper. Dave Draper. Made this shot. If you said Dave Draper, give yourself a little gold star. And if you get enough of those, you can win the booby prize. So at the end of the day, guys, Ramon Dino, is he gonna lose again to Wesley Vissers? I would have Ramon Dino maybe edging him out. Seems to be a little bit more complete. But the judges, like I said, the judges are gonna vote, and Wesley Vissers, he took his heart. Knowing that he can defeat him, knowing that he defeated him once, and he can do it again. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of momentum. And here's the thing, guys. In bodybuilding, and I don't for 1 second wish what happened to Nick Walker on anybody. I don't like to see that. But I'm just saying, it could happen to Chris Bumstead. Now, could you imagine? Say it was a minor injury, something that he could come back the following year. That would be okay. See, if something like that happened to Bumstead, could you imagine the excitement and the anticipation? The matchup between these two dudes, rematch from the Arnold to the Olympia, would actually be more exciting than if Bumstead is that dominant. That if that happened, I think classic physique would overnight become more watched. And then if Bumstead returned the following year, wow. Jeez Louise. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. And, 500 likes. You'll see Jay Cutler versus Hattie Shupin. We'll find out. Would this Hattie Shupin 2024 Arnold Classic Billy find me where this whole... Would that... Was I saying, would he defeat Jay Cutler? We'll find out. Have a great one, guys.